Muffy, a blonde, was playing Trivial Pursuit. It was her turn. She rolled the dice and landed on science and nature. Her question was, if you were in a vacuum, would you be able to hear anything? She says, that depends. Is the vacuum on or off? 3 older couples went to golf on a beautiful summer afternoon. Clara stepped up to the tee, and as she bent over to place her ball on the divot, a gust of wind blew her skirt up and revealed the lack of underwear. It was shocking. Her husband says, "Good God, woman, why aren't you wearing any skivvies?" She said, "Well, you don't give me enough money in housekeeping money to afford myself to buy any." So he reaches in his pocket, pulls out $50, gives it to her, and says, "Here, go buy yourself some underwear." Jesus. Next, Evelyn bent over to set her ball on the tee. Her skirt also blew up, and she too had no undies. And Willard, her husband, says to her, "You're not wearing any underwear either." She said, "Yeah, I can't afford any on the little money you give me." So he pulls a 20 out of his pocket and told her to go buy some. Well, lastly, Ruby bent over. The wind also took her skirt over her head to reveal that she too is naked. Alvin, her husband, said, "For God's sakes, Ruby, where the hell are your underwear?" She said, "You cheap ass, you don't give me enough money to afford any either, Earl." So he reaches into his pocket, pulls out a comb, hands it to her, and says, "Well, at least tidy yourself up, will you?" Buffy, a rich blonde from Pacific Palisades, pushes her BMW into a gas station. She tells the mechanic that it died all of a sudden. So he took a look at it, and after working on it for a couple of minutes, he got it idling smoothly. Buffy says, "Well, what was the problem?" He says, "Oh, just crap in the carburetor." She said, "Oh, no. How often do I have to do that?" Malcolm always wanted a pair of authentic cowboy boots. So he bought a pair. And he walks into the bedroom and says to his wife, "Notice anything different, Bessie?" She looks him over. "No." He says, "Come on. Take a good look. Notice anything different about me?" Bessie looks again. She says, "Nope." Frustrated, Malcolm storms off into the bathroom, undresses, walks back into the room completely naked except for his boots. Again he asks a little louder, "Notice anything different, Bessie?" Bessie looks up and says, "Malcolm, what's different? It's hanging down today. It was hanging down yesterday. And it'll be hanging down tomorrow again." Malcolm says, "And you know why it's laying down, Bessie? It's hanging down because it's looking at my new cowboy boots." Bessie says, "Should have bought a hat, Malcolm." Please subscribe and tell your friends. Okay?